Jeff Bezos is known to all of us as that bold dude from Amazon, who's often hailed as the planet's top billionaire. But don't think that even with a fortune in the hundreds of billions of dollars, Jeff hasn't made his fair share of blunders. Because even he has committed terrible mistakes that cost him hundreds of millions of bucks. So what did he get wrong? Watch the video till the end and hit like if you want to find out all about it. It's a wild ride into the world of gadgets, and Jeff Bezos, the mastermind behind Amazon, decides to roll the dice on the Amazon Fire Phone. Now, this isn't your average game of Monopoly. We're talking about diving headfirst into the smartphone party. And boy, did they go all in. Some folks in the know say Amazon's gamble was more than $170 million, while others think it might even be tipping the scales at a whopping $200 million, or maybe even more if you can believe it. That's like buying a small island or throwing a party for the entire planet. But here's where the tale takes a twist. The Fire Phone didn't exactly set the smartphone universe on fire. Despite the dazzling lights and big promises, the Fire Phone struggled to stand out in the sea of smartphones. Picture this. It's the summer of 2014 and Amazon, the e-commerce giant, decides to jump into the wild world of smartphones with the grand debut of the Amazon Fire Phone. However, this wasn't your typical Cinderella story. It turned out to be a quirky misstep in Amazon's otherwise dazzling product lineup. So why has this phone actually failed so hard? We have a couple of clues. High price point. Imagine strolling into a smartphone party and Amazon's Fire Phone waltzes in wearing a price tag fit for royalty. It's like showing up to a backyard barbecue in a tuxedo. People raise their eyebrows. Amazon was the new kid on the block, yet acting like it owned the whole neighborhood. Unique features. Now picture this. A 3D display that's supposed to make your phone pop out of the screen like a magic show. Sounds cool, right? Except it felt more like a magician revealing their secrets. Users tilted their heads, squinted their eyes, and said, "Wait, what's the point again?" Limited app ecosystem. So you've got this snazzy new phone, but you can't play with all the cool apps because it's like trying to bring a cat to a dog party. They just don't mix. The Fire Phone had its own operating system, which meant you missed out on all the fun apps from the Google Play Store. Who wants a party with no dancing? Exclusivity with AT&T. Think of it as inviting your best friend to a party, but only letting them in if they wear a specific hat. Amazon teamed up with AT&T, and if you weren't in their club, you couldn't join the Fire Phone fun. Not cool, right? Lack of differentiation. Imagine going to a costume party and everyone's dressed as a pirate. Then Amazon waltzes in dressed as, well, an Amazon delivery box. It's different, sure, but not exactly the life of the party. Amazon tried to make the Fire Phone stand out with its Amazon services, but it didn't make folks ditch their pirate outfits. Competition. Ever seen a squirrel challenge an elephant to a race? That's what it felt like when the Fire Phone took on the likes of Apple and Samsung. With its unique but odd features, it was like the new kid trying to sit at the cool kids' table. Poor marketing and branding. Imagine throwing a surprise party but forgetting to invite anyone. Amazon's marketing for the Fire Phone was like that. People scratched their heads wondering what all the fuss was about. No buzz, no excitement. Short product cycle. The Fire Phone showed up fashionably late, stayed for a quick dance, and then ghosted the party altogether. It was pulled off the shelves faster than you can say, "fire extinguisher." Amazon realized it wasn't setting the dance floor ablaze and made a swift exit. In the end, the Amazon Fire Phone became more of a cautionary tale than a Cinderella success story Amazon was hoping for. Jeff Bezos' next bad financial decision was akin to Amazon throwing a massive coin into a wishing well, hoping for a splash of treasure. In 2010, they tossed around $175 million into Living Social, a daily deals website that promised epic discounts and adventures. But guess what? The treasure hunt didn't quite go as planned. Living Social set off with a bang, like a firework lighting up the night sky. Deals were flying left and right, offering a peek into a world of discounts and surprises. It was like a carnival where every booth had a prize waiting for you. But here's the twist. While the party started with a bang, the music didn't keep playing at the same tempo. Challenges snuck in like a mischievous gremlin causing trouble. The growth that once soared higher than a roller coaster took a dip, like a daring diver into a chilly pool. Amazon's investments, while hefty, didn't bring back the pot of gold they were hoping for. It's like tossing a coin into a magical fountain and not seeing any wishes come true. Living Social's value started to wobble like a Jenga tower just waiting to topple. So in the grand story of Amazon's adventures, Living Social turned out to be a twisty plotline. A colourful burst of excitement at first, but the magic didn't last and the treasure chest ended up being not as full as they imagined. Picture Living Social like a treasure map to discounts. It burst onto the scene in 2007, aiming to help people score great deals at local businesses. But just like any adventure, it had its twists and turns that led to its downfall. Deals overload. Imagine a massive sale where everyone's shouting. That's what the market became, with Living Social and rivals like Groupon all competing for attention. It's like a crowded carnival, hard to stand out in the crowd. Spending spree. Living Social spent tons on flashy ads and big discounts, like throwing a party for the whole town. But those discounts didn't always cover the costs, and the party bills started piling up. One-time wonders. Picture buying a ticket to a magical show, but once it's over, you don't feel the urge to go back. Living Social's deals were like that. Great for a one-time thrill, but they struggled to keep people coming back for more. Business blues. Some shops were hit hard by the deal rush. They had a sudden surge of customers, but it wasn't always smooth sailing. Some businesses couldn't keep up, and unhappy customers led to a bumpy ride. Shifting tides. As time went on, folks started looking for more personalized shopping adventures. Living Social's broad brushstroke approach didn't fit the new, pickier preferences of shoppers. Groupon's takeover. In 2016, Living Social waved the white flag and joined forces with Groupon, one of its main rivals. It's like two pirates teaming up after realizing they're better together. So Living Social's journey was a mix of dazzling discounts, too many competitors, and a quest that didn't quite lead to treasure in the end. Just remember, even in the world of discounts, not every map leads to gold. Once upon a .com dance, Jeff Bezos decided to join the party with Cosmo.com, a delivery wizard for movies, books, and more. They zoomed around like delivery superheroes, but guess what? The .com bubble went pop, and Cosmo.com's treasure chest ran dry. They promised to bring all sorts of goodies right to your doorstep, from movies to munchies, in a flash. It was like having a magic genie for your shopping wishes. People were thrilled with the idea of instant deliveries, and Cosmo.com zoomed into multiple cities with a superhero cape on. But here's where the adventure took a twist. Cosmo.com thought giving free delivery was a cool idea, but it was like a dragon gobbling up all their gold. The cost of zooming around town and handing out treats without charging folks started to add up faster than a rabbit race. Too much, too fast. Just like a rocket trying to reach the moon in a day, Cosmo.com expanded like crazy. They wanted to be everyone's delivery hero, but that meant hiring lots of helpers, getting warehouses, and zipping around town like speedsters. It turned out to be like trying to juggle a dozen watermelons. Bumpy roads and bubble burst. The .com bubble burst, and it was like a storm that hit the land of tech dreams. Investors got nervous, and Cosmo.com had trouble finding gold coins, also known as money, to keep going. They weren't the only ones. Many .com adventurers faced the same fate. Competition galore. Cosmo.com had rivals popping up left and right, like popcorn in a hot pan. Traditional stores also started offering online shopping and delivery, stealing a slice of Cosmo.com's pizza. The final chapter. With their treasure chest running low, Cosmo.com had to close its magical doors. In 2001, they said their goodbyes, leaving behind a trail of undelivered dreams. And so the tale of Cosmo.com ended like a roller coaster ride, thrilling at first with twists and turns, but ultimately landing with a bump. It's a reminder that even the most daring delivery adventures can hit roadblocks, and not every magical story has a fairy tale ending.